Well, a very warm welcome to this special Royal Ascot Quiz. Well, it's been a terrific week on the track, some fantastic action, great stories, and although no spectators were allowed, I don't think the performances on the track disappointed at all. But now with this quiz, a chance for a really good prize. If you can get more than 20 right, we have 40 questions and in 4 different sections, and if you enter via ascot.co.uk with your answers and you've got more than 20, well, you not only have a chance to go to next year's Royal meeting, but you also have a chance to win this perfect pour machine, courtesy of our friends at Stella Artois. Here is an example of a perfectly poured pint, which is perfectly delicious. Now, I'm going to start with the first 10 questions, and if you should miss any, after I've gone through the questions, they will appear on the screen. So good luck, and hope to see you at next year's Royal meeting if you are lucky enough to win in the prize draw. So here we go then. The first questions, all called home runners. And question number 1 is as follows. Pinatubo earned a higher rating than Frankel as a 2-year-old, but which race did he win at the Royal meeting in 2019? So which race did Pinatubo win last year at the Royal meeting? Question number 2. Which star stayer won the Gold Cup a record 4 times between 2006 and 2009? So who won the Ascot Gold Cup between 2006 and 2009 for a record 4th time? And who's to say that Stradivarius won't achieve the same feat next year? Question number 3. Ryan Moore broke the modern day record for the most winners at a single Royal Ascot meeting in 2015. But how many winners did he ride that week? So how many winners did Ryan Moore win in 2015? Oh, delicious. So on to question number 4. Frankel recorded 2 Royal Ascot successes during his illustrious career, but can you name the horse who finished a second to him in a dramatic renewal of the 2011 St James's Palace Stakes? That question again. Frankel recorded 2 Royal Ascot wins, but who finished second to him in the 2011 St James's Palace Stakes? On to question number 5. How many Group 1 races are there on the Royal Ascot programme? So how many Group 1 races are there on the Royal Ascot programme? On to question number 6. Frankie Dettori has ridden more winners at Royal Ascot than any other current jockey, but can you name his very first winner at the Royal meeting in the 1990 Queen Anne Stakes? That question again. Frankie Dettori has ridden more winners at Royal Ascot than any other current jockey, but can you name his very first winner at the Royal meeting in the 1990 Queen Anne Stakes? Question number 7. The Diamond Jubilee Stakes was renamed in 2012, having previously been known as the Golden Jubilee Stakes from 2002, in recognition of Her Majesty the Queen Elizabeth II's accession to the throne in 1952. But what was it called prior to 2002? So that question again, in essence, we now run the Diamond Jubilee Stakes. It was previously known as the Golden Jubilee, but what was it known prior to the 2002 year? What was it called prior to 2002? On now to question number 8. Last year, Hayley Turner became the first female jockey to ride a Royal Ascot winner since 1987. She's since added to that tally with another Royal winner, but who is the only other woman to win at the meeting? Last year, Hayley Turner became the first female jockey to ride a Royal Ascot winner since 1987. But who is the only other woman to win at the meeting prior to this year? Number 9, which jockey holds the record for the most Royal Ascot winners? Which jockey holds the record for the most Royal Ascot winners? And the final question in this section, number 10, who is the winningmost trainer at the Royal Meeting? Who is the winningmost trainer at the Royal Meeting? Well, if you've missed any of those questions, don't worry, they'll come up on your screen shortly so you can have another look at those first 10 questions. Well, welcome now to the second section of this special Royal Ascot Quiz. If you miss any of these questions in this section, just to reiterate, they will appear on your screen after I've finished reading them out. So here we go. This section is known as International Challengers. And here we go then. The first question, number 1. The American trainer Wesley Ward has trained 10 Royal Ascot winners prior to this year, but can you name his first winner at the Royal Meeting? So, what was Wesley Ward's first Royal winner? Question number 2. Which horse became the first US trained winner of the Queen Anne Stakes in 2016? Which horse became the first US trained winner of the Queen Anne Stakes back in 2016? Question number 3, can you name the Australian horse to complete the big sprint double when winning the King Stand Stakes and the Diamond Jubilee Stakes back in 2003? So which Australian horse won both the King Stand Stakes and the Diamond Jubilee Stakes back in 2003? Question number 4. Since 2004, Japanese-based trainers have sent 8 runners to Royal Ascot, but how many winners have they had? So, question again. Since 2004, Japanese-based trainers have sent 8 runners to Royal Ascot, but how many winners have they had? On to question number 5. Dual Art winner Trev appeared once at Royal Ascot in 2014, but which race was she beaten in when finishing only 3rd, having been sent off 13-8 on favourite? Dual Art winner Trev appeared once at Royal Ascot in 2014, but which race was she beaten in when finishing only 3rd, having been sent off as the odds-on favourite? Question number 6. Well, the superstar Australian mare Black Caviar landed the 2012 Diamond Jubilee to write her name into the Royal Ascot history books. But can you name the jockey who rode her and so nearly got it wrong? That question again, who rode Black Caviar to win the Diamond Jubilee Stakes back in 2012? And it certainly was a dramatic finish to the race. On to question number 7. Which filly became the first American-trained horse to win at Royal Ascot twice in 2016 and 2017? That question again. Which filly became the first American-trained horse to win at Royal Ascot twice in 2016 and 2017? Number 8, the question is, what was the name of the French-trained horse who sprung a shock in the 2019 Coronation Stakes when winning at 20-1? That question again, what was the name of the French-trained horse who sprung a shock in the 2019 Coronation Stakes at the big price of 20-1? Number 9, can you name the only German-trained winner at the Royal Meeting? What was the name of the only German-trained winner at the Royal meeting? And the final question in this International Challengers section, number 10, which Royal Ascot race has Wesley Ward won the most times? That question again, which Royal Ascot race has Wesley Ward won the most times? Good luck, and if you missed any of those, once again, the screen will have those questions. So, now time for the third part of the Royal Ascot Quiz. Don't forget, enter at ascot.co.uk. If you get more than 20 correct answers over the 40 that I'm asking you, you have a chance not only to win this perfect pour machine from Stella, you also have a chance to win tickets to next year's Royal meeting. So let's begin now with section number 3. Off the track it is called, and so the first of the 10 questions in this section. What was unique about the 2005 running of Royal Ascot? What was unique about Royal Ascot in 2005? Question number 2. Why was the 1955 Royal meeting postponed until July? Why was the 1955 Royal meeting postponed until July? Question number 3. Which monarch founded the racecourse? So who founded the racecourse? Which monarch founded the racecourse? That's question number 3. Now on to question number 4. Which year was Ascot Racecourse officially opened? Multiple choice here, 3 choices for you. A is 1655, B is 1701, and C is 1711. Those choices again with regard to the question, because it's related to which year was Ascot Racecourse officially opened. Was it A, 1655, B, 1701, or C, 1711? Question number 5, in which decade were trouser suits introduced to the dress code? Again, multiple choice. A, 1960s, B, 1970s, or C, the 1980s. Those choices again as to when trouser suits were introduced to the dress code. Was it A, the 60s, B, the 1970s, or C, the 1980s? Question number 6, it's a true or false question. Socks must be worn by men in all enclosures. True or false? True or false? Socks must be worn by men in all enclosures. Number 7, which one-piece garment was permitted in the royal enclosure for the first time in 2017? And question again, which one-piece garment was permitted in the royal enclosure for the first time in 2017? On to question number 8, again multiple choice. How many buttermilk scones are normally served during the week? Is it A, 120,000, B, 150,000, or C, 200,000? Those choices again, A, 120,000, B, 150,000, or C, 200,000, with regard to how many buttermilk scones are normally served during the Royal Racing Week. Question number 9, How many enclosures are there at Royal Ascot? How many different enclosures are there at Royal Ascot? And the final question, number 10 in this, the third part of the special Royal Ascot quiz, is from which central London station do trains bring racegoers to Ascot? From which central London station do trains bring racegoers to Ascot? There you go. If you've missed any of those questions, they will appear shortly on your screen. Well, welcome now to the final part of the Royal Ascot quiz. And just to remind you, great prize on offer, a chance to go to Royal Ascot next year. If you get more than 20 answers correct, you'll go into a prize draw, and then you could be on your way to the Royal Meeting 2021. And you'll also win this perfect pour machine, courtesy of Stella Artois. Now, the final section, it's called Pick and Mix. So let's go. The final 10 questions then are as follows. Which is the longest race of the week? Which is the longest race of the week? Question number 2. Which filly was the star of the 2018 Royal Meeting when breaking the track record in the Coronation Stakes? Which filly was the star of the 2018 Royal Meeting when breaking the track record in the Coronation Stakes? Question number 3, and it's multiple choice this question. What distance is one complete circuit of the round course? What distance is one complete circuit of the round course? And the choices are as follows. A, 1 mile 6, B, 2 miles, or C, 2 miles 1 furlong. A, 1 mile 6, B, 2 miles, or C, 2 miles 1 furlong. Question number 4, again multiple choice. To what length is the grass on the track cut during the Royal Meeting? And is it A, 3 inches, B, 4 inches, or C, 5 inches? Those choices again, with regard to the length the grass is cut on the track during Royal Racing Week, is it A, 3 inches, B, 4 inches, or C, 5 inches? Again, and this is a question that is multiple choice, and it is with regard to prior to this year's Royal Meeting. So how many Royal Ascot winners has Her Majesty the Queen owned prior to this year's Royal Meeting? Is it A, 21, B, 23, or C, 29? Now, question again, how many Royal Ascot winners has Her Majesty the Queen owned prior to this year's Royal Meeting? A, 21, B, 23, or C, 29? Now, question number 6 is another multiple choice question, and it regards the Royal Procession. During which decade was the Royal Enclosure and Royal Procession introduced? Was it back in 1820s, B, the 1940s, or C, the 1860s? Those choices again with regard to when was the Royal Enclosure and the Royal Procession introduced. A, the 1820s, B, the 1840s, or C, the 1860s. Now, question number 7. Who has trained more Royal Ascot winners? Nicky Henderson or Willie Mullins? Of course, both known for their Cheltenham Festival exploits, but with regard to Royal Ascot, who is the most prolific? Is it Nicky Henderson or Willie Mullins? Now, question number 8. How many consecutive Royal Ascots did Canford Cliffs win at? How many consecutive Royal Ascots did Canford Cliffs win at? Number 9. Who is the most successful trainer in the Gold Cup? Who is the most successful trainer in the Gold Cup? And the final question in this special Royal Ascot quiz is as follows. Flashman's Papers was one of the biggest prize winners ever at Royal Ascot in the 2008 Windsor Castle. But what price was he sent off? Flashman's Papers was one of the biggest prize winners ever at Royal Ascot in the 2008 Windsor Castle. But what price was he sent off at? There you go. Questions will appear on the screen shortly, but the best of luck. Thank you for joining us for this special Royal Ascot quiz. Good luck. As I say, if you've got more than 20 correct answers, you can enter a prize draw via ascot.co.uk for a trip to Royal Ascot next year. You may be lucky enough to win that, and of course this perfect pour machine, courtesy of our friends at Stella Artois. Well, it's been a magical week on the track. Hope you've enjoyed this Royal Ascot quiz.